Welcome to Redvee TV. We were still graciously hosted here by Blackborough Rugby Club. We've been here for the last couple of days just waiting to do this video. I haven't had a chance to get changed. As we look ahead to the Saints Catalan fixture round 2 of the Super League, where if you're not able to get over to France, you can come down here on Saturday to get your rugby fix. Blackbrook's first team will be playing Wigan St Jude's, kicking off at 2:30 out on the main pitch, and then after the game you can come back in the bar and watch the Saints Catalan fixtures on 2 big screens. One if you've got the kids with you, and if you want to escape into the quieter snug, there's another big screen in here so you can have a beer, watch the game, watch Saints, come away with 2 points in France hopefully.
Yeah, good stuff.
How do you think it's going to go at the weekend?
I think if we turn up like we did on Friday night, I don't see a problem. Catalan can be a bit of a tricky place to go, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going backwards as a club at the moment. I think
we've got to be a little bit careful because we know Catalan don't perform away from home. I think it's important for us not to think that the game's going to be easy at the weekend. We never really seem to get an easy fixture down in France. Partisan Perpignan crowd, Saints riding high. Is it one of those fixtures that's a potential banana skin even at this stage?
Yeah, it possibly is. As I say, it's a tricky one down in France, but if Saints go in with the right mental attitude, then I really don't see a problem with us winning by a couple of scores. Not as big as the score that we've had at weekend. I don't think it's going to be anything like 46-6, but 2 or 3 tries in it. As long as we turn up with the right mental attitude, then I don't see an issue. What will be interesting to find out, and I don't actually know the answer, is what the plans are for the weekend. I know last season they just flew in and out on the same day and came away with the results. Previous years, where we haven't been as successful, you might say, we've actually gone and stayed over, so it'll be interesting to find out what's going on over the weekend. Ryan Morgan went off with a head injury on Friday night against Castleford. We yet to see the squad, even though it's Thursday. It's Tuesday, really. So we don't know whether he's going to play the weekend, so this might be a moot point. But if he can't go at the weekend, selection dilemma. What do? Do you keep your halfback pairing the same, or do you do what we did on Friday night and potentially move Lomax as an emergency centre, use Theo Farge, or even bring Matty Smith back in the halves? Do you play Dominic Payroux in the centre, or do you look further afield? I'd play a centre at centre. I'd put Spedding or Costello in at centre rather than changing the team round. They've been around the first team in pre-season, so like for like change possibly? Yeah, I'd probably go with Spedding just because he's got a little bit more experience over Costello, but rather than change the team round and switch a couple of positions, just take Morgan out if he can't play and put Spedding in, and literally that's it. Just change that. Leave everybody else as they are, assuming that he's going to go with the same team, the same 17, but let's not tinker with it too much. We're early in the season, let's get a bit of fluidity in there. So I was bringing me on to my next point. Do you leave everyone else in place? Do you make any changes? Is it too early to even think about rotating anymore? No, I think people a chance. I think if Holbrook's quite happy with how it's gone, you can leave it as it is. If he's happy with how some of the other players who played against North Wales on Sunday have gone, like Sir Luke Douglas, if he's gone well on Sunday, then he might look at bringing him in and maybe freshening up the pack and not making people travel over there. I think for me, I'd probably leave the pack the same the weekend. Make sure we don't just go through the motions. Make sure we do what we did on Friday. Try and keep that run, keep it going. Come away with the 2 points in France, and then you've got a 2-week break then. And I think probably the Salford game at home after Huddersfield would be probably the ideal time to probably change things around a little bit. Your home fixtures against the lesser teams are probably where I'd be looking to rotate. I think obviously Catalan away is a big game, and then the Giants, where it's not always an easy game away from home. I think first 2 or 3 games I'd be looking to keep the team the same, unless there's any like glaringly bad performances. But for me, after Friday night, I think you'd find it hard to drop anyone. I think you would find it hard to drop anybody. But as I say, it depends how the lads go in training as well. We don't see them day in, day out. And if someone has a bad week, then you wouldn't be surprised if they don't get the old shepherd's hook and they're out of the 19. As I say, I didn't see the game in North Wales, so I don't know if Luke Douglas has just gone steady, if he's still finding his way back to fitness.
Not entirely sure what's going on there, but yeah, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't name the same 16 or 17, depending on how Morgan is.
So what do we fancy for Saturday then?
A couple of pints of Geno's and Saints win by 14.
That's last season. I'll go for... I think we're going to carry on where we left off. I'm going to go for Saints by 26. Big win for Saints.
Yeah.
We talk about a potential banana skin and not overlooking them as Saints by 26. Let's go. And it's nice to have that confidence.
It is.
It's just like, all of a sudden, the transformation from last season to this straight away, the confidence that's going through the club. People around the town are buzzing again. It was quite a big crowd on Friday night, 13,000. Biggest, I think it was the third biggest crowd since 1967 against Catalans. So it's going right, and obviously, hopefully people, a few more results will come flocking back. Other games in Super League this weekend, big Thursday night, Huddersfield and Warrington. Now that's a big game for both clubs. Warrington not starting off well at home, Huddersfield getting spanked at Hull FC. Straight away there, it's all of a sudden become a very important game for both teams.
You're not asking me to call that, are you? That's a tough one. If I was going to pick a winner from that, I'd probably go with Huddersfield.
Yeah.
In a very, very narrow game.
Yeah. It was tight. Huddersfield were tight against Hull FC last week early on, but have you got any confidence back in Warrington for anything?
Well, not now. I've backed them to finish in the top 4.
Oh.
But yeah, I think that'll be a close game. It's one of those horrible ones at the start of the season that if you've got a tenner and you're thinking of putting it on it, just put the tenner back in your wallet.
Yeah. Leeds, Hull KR again. They're playing Thursday night as well. Obviously, before Leeds travel down under for the World Club Challenge game. Can't see anything but a Leeds win there.
The only thing is, it's at Ellen Road, so if that doesn't inspire Hull KR to give them a good goal, I don't know what will.
But it'll inspire Leeds surely as well.
Yeah, Leeds are used to playing.
They're going to get a big crowd.
Should get a big crowd there.
So I can't see anything but a massive Leeds win.
I think Leeds will win the game, and easily. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it close for the first 20 minutes. Just kind of a bit of an arm wrestle, and then Leeds go on to win.
Again, Friday night, another lopsided fixture potentially. Wakefield at home to Salford.
Yeah, I'd back Wakefield in that one.
All day.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to say about that one.
Pretty much.
Then Saturday, Wigan take on Hull. I think it's 8 o'clock kick-off in the morning, 8:05 kick-off. No, 8:45 kick-off. Why have they gone down under? You can talk about marketing all you like, but really? Is it just a chance for all the NRL scouts to just get together?
Yeah,
and cherry pick whoever has a decent game? I just don't see the benefits. Sorry.
I don't. I think there's more benefit. If
it looks good, but is it? I just don't see it.
If you're going to take a game anywhere, if we were going to do something similar,
I'd just be miffed if it was a season ticket holder and I had one less game on my season ticket.
If that was Saints and we're going to go anywhere, we should be looking into Liverpool. So you're probably not going to get many fans coming over, but if you're going to go anywhere, you're going to go to Liverpool,
do you know
Everton, Tranmere, somewhere like that and play a game. If we're going to go anywhere.
You're listening to the accents here, but no, just don't. You're just wasting your time. It's been said that many times. If people are interested, make them come to St Helens. Be proud of what we've got as a town. Grow the game. If we were,
the biggest word is if.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it, go somewhere a bit closer where fans can actually then come into St Helens.
I just make them come here. They haven't built a stadium to go and play elsewhere.
Yeah, there's been a couple of people suggesting, why haven't we gone to Dublin first? Why haven't we gone to places like that? Like Scotland. Scotland hasn't got a decent team, and then they're getting pitched up in World Cups.
Why not go to Newcastle? I know we go for the Magic Weekend, but why not? If Super League going to take a fixture there, see what sort of crowd a one-off game gets, and see if it can support a Super League team.
Yeah,
potential. But yeah, let's stay in St Helens.
That's fair enough.
We've built a world-class stadium.
As I say, it's only an if. If you're going to do it, don't go too far. So your season ticket holders can still get them.
To be fair to any Everton fans watching this, come and watch Saints because it's so much more entertaining than it's been at Goodison this season. Deary me.
I'm a Burnley fan. I can't whinge about the football this year.
And then finally, obviously, Catalans Saints will round off the weekend on Saturday, and we've already talked about that. So another 2 points. Right, we will see you. We may do an instant fan reaction on Saturday. We may not. Depends
if we can get together. But if not, we'll see you next week. Just to round off, Blackpool Rugby Club graciously hosted us. Thanks to Dave Hunter here at the club who allowed us to come down and use these great facilities down in the clubhouse.
Better than being stood outside Saints reception in the cold, isn't it?
No, it is, yeah. Last of all, a little bit of a plug for them. Saturday the 3rd of March, they've got a curry night on. Elvis impersonator, sells out Indian restaurants across the northwest. 2-course Indian meal, disco, karaoke and raffle. £20 a ticket, available from down here at the bar at Blackbrook. Should be a great night. I've heard good things about him, so Elvis.
Not only that, it's fundraising for the open age team, so why not support a local rugby club?
So that's Saturday 3rd of March, 4 weeks off.
Yeah, without local rugby clubs like this, there's no Saints.
Yeah,
this is where this is where everything starts.
Thanks for watching. We will see you next week on Redvee TV.